It's okay. We'll sing the Kirtan of Lord Ramchandra. Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. चालू है क्या? राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधे जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र जय प्रभुपादा 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 जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। विजयदशमी महामहोत्सव की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। अच्छा, कोई भी मॉनिटर में ऐड हो सकता है ना? किसी मॉनिटर में ना? आजकल जितने भी टीवी है उसमें भी आ सकता है ना? बस ये ऐड करना उसमें ना। ओके। हरे कृष्णा। रामाय रामचंद्राय रामचंद्र वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः। तो दिस इज अ वर्स फ्रॉम वाल्मीकि रामायण। विल रिसाइट। श्री राम शरणं समस्त जगतां रामं विना का गति रामेण प्रतिहन्यते कलिमलं रामाय कार्यं नमः। रामात्रास्यति काल भीम भुजगो रामस्य सर्वं वशे रामे भक्तिरखण्डिता भवतु मे राम त्वमेवाश्रयः। सो इट मीन्स, इसका मतलब है श्री राम शरणम समस्त जगताम। होल वर्ल्ड इज टेकिंग शेल्टर ऑफ लॉर्ड श्री राम। रामम बिना का गति। देयर इज नो डेस्टिनेशन without Ram. Ramena pratihanyate kalimalam. So all the bad things, vices in our hearts or in the world can be finished by Ram, Lord Ramachandra. Ramaya karyam nama. So we know that the activities of the Lord are all divine. So even Jai Shri Radha Vindhanchal Bhagavan ki Jai. So Kal Sarpa इज डिवावरिंग एवरीवन, सबको खा रहा है ना? काल भीम बहुत बड़ा सर्प है वो, बट भगवान उससे भी हमको मुक्ति दिला सकते हैं। त्रास्यति रामस्य सर्वं वसे। एवरीबॉडी इज अंडर द कंट्रोल ऑफ लॉर्ड राम। रामे भक्तिरखंडिता भवतु मे। सो लेट माय भक्ति बिकम अखंडिता। इट शुड बी कंटिन्यूअस भक्ति, अनइंटरप्टेड in Lord Ramachandra. Rama Tvamevashrayah. I take shelter of Lord Shri Ram. This is how Valmiki Ramayana also begins. Basically, this is Ram Mahatmya, Ramayana Mahatmya. It's in Valmiki Ramayana in the beginning it comes. Like you find Srila Prabhupada in Bhagavad Gita at the end, introduction you see, na? There is some Gita Mahatmya. Some verses are there. In the similar way, this is Ramayana Mahatmya. So this is coming, it's not from Valmiki Ramayana, it's a Ramayana Mahatmya. But it comes in the Valmiki Ramayana, this verse. So like that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So our Bhagavatam describes, there are very nice slokas spoken by Hanumanji in a 5th canto. I think I should show you. देखते हैं। चला गया क्या? हिल जाता है? अच्छा ठीक है, एक मिनट. हाँ, ये ना 5th कैंटो है. जम्बूदीप.
Yes, Jambu. Yeah. Lord Ram.
सही नो, ठीक है.
इसका स्क्रीन शांति शांति
आ रहा है क्या? ठीक है. ठीक है, दिस इज अ वर्स 5:19:5. एक मिनट मैं दोबारा से लगाता हूँ. अभी आएगा सर. आ गया? हाँ. विंडो पी डुप्लीकेट. ठीक है, अभी आ गया. हाँ, तो दिस इज अ वर्स. मर्त्यावतारस्त्व इह मर्त्य शिक्षणम् रक्षो वधायेव न केवलं विभो कुतोऽन्यथा स्याद् रमतः स्वआत्मनः सीता कृतानि व्यवसानि ईश्वरस्य. So it was ordained that Ravana, the chief of Rakshasas, could not be killed by anyone but a man. And for this reason, Lord Ramachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appeared in the form of a human being. Lord Ramachandra's mission, however, was not to kill Ravana, but also to teach mortal beings that material happiness centered around sex life or centered around one's wife is a cause of many miseries. He is the self sufficient Supreme Personality of Godhead, and nothing is lamentable for him. Therefore, why else could he be subjected to tribulations by kidnapping of Mother Sita? Because this is a uh, very hot thing in the Ramayana, that Lord Ram lamenting for Mother Sita. Yes, when Lord Ram was said to go to the forest 14-year exile, there was not much expression felt by Lord Ram. It was not. It was okay. Okay, I have to go to jungle. No issue. Surely Ayodhya Vasis, they were in a great turmoil of emotions and separation from Lord Ram. So they were, who were suffering? Ayodhya Vasi. Lord Ram was not very much suffering. He was okay. But when he went to jungle, Dandakaranya forest, then he went to Panchvati. When Sita was stolen, then Lord Ram was suffering. And then whole allies of monkeys, Sugriva. Sugriva made friendship with Lord Ram. And then whole plan was decided how to find out Mother Sita. And then bridge was made. I mean, such a massive work was done. You know? Bali was killed because there was a friendship. Because Lord Ram, so surely, Sugriva wanted his wife back. He did not wanted to kill Bali, but he wanted his wife back. And Ruma was taken by this Bali. So he was enjoying both Tara and Ruma, both. And he said, मेरी भी पत्नी को उठा के लेके गया. At least पत्नी तो छोड़ देता. And not only that, he was also in between, he was trying to trouble him. Okay, two enemies are there, they can be separately living, no issue. But one enemy is keep on traveling, so then he starts thinking, करना क्या है? जीने भी नहीं दे रहा है. They used to always come and hit him all the time. So therefore, Hanumanji chastised him. Why are you doing like that? You live at your place. Give his wife back. So he was not giving. So then it was decided that Bali should be killed, and then Lord Ram killed him. And then there was nice friendship between both, and we know that Chaturmasya period, Lord Ram waited. And after Chaturmas, then Sugriva was again awakened from his sense gratificatory sleep. He was enjoying with his wives, both wives. So then Hanumanji was sent to search for Mother Sita. Means all direction, all monkeys, north, south, east, west. So Hanumanji party with Angad as a leader sent to the south direction, and then Hanumanji goes, flies across the sea, and he finds the Sita, Mother Sita. So Mother Sita. Therefore, this verse is mentioned by Hanumanji. He is speaking, but we should understand what he is telling here. Even though the Rakshasa king Ravana, he could not be killed by anyone other than human, but Lord did not come to kill him. Rather, Lord came to teach mortal being that material happiness centered around sex life is a cause of lot of trouble. So Prabhupada writes very nice purport here. When the Lord appears in this universe in the form of human being, he has two purposes. One of you can read, yes.
When the Lord appears in this universe in the form of human being, he has two purposes, as stated in Bhagavad Gita. Paritrana sadhanam vinashaya dushkita. To destroy the demons and protect the devotees. To protect the devotees, the Lord not only satisfies them by his personal presence, but also teaches them so that they will not fall down from devotion service. By his personal example, Lord Ramchandra taught the devotees that it is better not to enter married life, which is certainly followed by many tribulations, as confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9.45. Yan maithunadigrahmedi sukham hitucham kandu yanena karayo eva dukkha dukkham tripyanti neha kripana bhava dukkha bhajam kandu tiva manasijam vishaheta dhira. Kripanas, those who are not advanced in spiritual knowledge and who are therefore just the opposite of Brahmanas, generally take to family life, which is a concession for sex. Thus, they enjoy sex again and again, although that sex is followed by many tribulations. This is a warning to devotees. To teach this lesson to devotees and to human society in general, Lord Sri Ramchandra, although the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, underwent a series of tribulations because he accepted a wife, Mother Sita. Lord Ramchandra underwent these austerities, of course, only to instruct us. Actually, he never has any reason to lament for anything. Another aspect of the Lord's instructions is that one who accepts a wife must be a faithful husband and give her full protection. Human society is divided into two classes of men: those who strictly follow the religious principles and those who are devotees. By his personal example, Lord Ramchandra wanted to instruct both of them how to fully adopt the discipline of religious system and how to be a beloved and dutiful husband. Otherwise, he had no reason to undergo apparent tribulations. One who strictly follows religious principles must not neglect to provide all facilities for the complete protection of his wife. There may be some suffering because of this, but one must nevertheless endure it. That is the duty of a faithful husband. By his personal example, Lord Ramchandra demonstrated this duty. Lord Ramchandra could have produced hundreds and thousands of Sitas from his pleasure energy, but just to show the duty of a faithful husband, he not only rescued Sita from the hands of Ravana, but also killed Ravana and all members of his family.
Yes. So this prayer does not stop here. It goes ahead also. Wait a minute. Yeah, you can read this also. Sorry, I did not show you.
Another aspect of the teachings of Lord Ramchandra is that although Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and his devotees may apparently suffer from material tribulations, they have nothing to do with such tribulations. They are Mukta Purushas, liberated persons under all circumstances. It is therefore said in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Yate Vaishnavera Vyavahara Dukha Nishaya Janiha Taha Paramananda Sukha. A Vaishnava is always firmly situated in transcendental bliss because of engagement in devotional service. Although he may appear to suffer material pains, his position is called transcendental bliss in separation, viraha. The emotions a lover and beloved feel when separated from one another are actually very blissful, although apparently painful. Therefore, the separation of Lord Ramchandra from Sita Devi, as well as the consequent tribulation they suffered, is but another display of transcendental bliss. That is the opinion of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur.
So this verses goes ahead also. What other things Hanumanji is learning? So basically, you here also you find, because Ramayana is written in Karunaras. So many episodes are there which are filled with the trouble of emotions. Yes, it's not very सुख बोलते हैं ना, thus they lived happily, thus बोलते हैं ना पिक्चर के बाद एट द एंड thus they lived, उसके बाद पिक्चर आती ही नहीं है पिक्चर कौन देखता है, दुख में सुख में पिक्चर देखते हैं, लास्ट में लिख देते हैं thus they lived happily forever. But okay, we have nothing to do with such movies. We have to understand the transcendental pastime of the Lord. Here also you find that therefore he could not possibly have suffered because of separation from his wife. So Hanumanji keeps on telling these things. Why Lord went through this thing. Similar context you can find in Bhagavatam 3rd canto. When Uddhava, when he is also feeling about Krishna. Why Krishna? You are Supreme Personality of Godhead. You ran away from Mathura to Dwarka to make your palace. Are you afraid of Jarasandha? Are you afraid of Kalyavan? No, he's not afraid, but still he's making his palace. So he's not able to understand his activities. So here also Hanumanji, he's in Bismay. He's telling, Lord could not have suffered because of his wife, could not have suffered because of separation from his brother, could not have suffered separation from his Ayodhya Vasis. But somehow he suffered. Then there is a question. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How can he suffer? It means there is some lessons he wants to teach to the world. He cannot suffer. As mentioned here, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that the separation between Sita and Ram is nothing but a display of transcendental emotion. It's a transcendental Haladani Sakti, Pranaya Vikriti. Means it's a separation felt, or you can, the love felt in the separation is higher than the love felt in Sambhoga. When they are together, the love quantity is less. When they are separated, they remember. Like when two beloved are together, then what happens? One person sees the beloved only here only, correct? In person. But when they are separated, the person sees everywhere beloved. हवा में उधर मेरा राम तो नहीं आ रहा, मेरी सीता तो नहीं आ रही, ऐसे. So everything becomes Krishna conscious, correct? But when they are together, they only sees in each other, bas. That happens actually. So here it is mentioned that two lessons are given, one for devotees, one for religious person. So for devotees, Srila Prabhupada mentions, as Prahlad Maharaj says, Yan maithuna adigriham yadi sukkham itucham. Kandu yayena karayodva dukkha dukkham. Tripayanti neh kripana bhav dukkha bhaja kandu tivan manasijan visahet dhira. So a lot of tribulations are there in sex life. Lot of tribulations. So devotee should be careful. The Lord Ram showed from his own life. मैं भगवान हूँ, लेकिन फिर भी मेरी पत्नी भी चुराई जा सकती है. रूपवती भार्या शत्रु. चाणक्य पंडित बोलते हैं ना, अगर हमको लगता है कि एक सुंदर सी लड़की से शादी हो जाए, तो उस पर भी कोई दूसरा लाइन मारेगा. आपको क्या लगता है, how long you will protect her in the house? Correct? If she goes outside to the market, somebody else is looking at her. Lord Ramchandra in Ramayana, when Sita was stolen, so he goes into Unmad. It's madness. So Lord Ramchandra, he comes in Valmiki Ramayana. He says, to his own soldiers, do you not remember the Sita used to come and just put the head? Are you not feeling separation from Sita? See his madness. It's a transcendental madness. Then he's telling, do you not feeling separation when you used to catch the hands? Are you not feeling the Sita is not there? His own hands, he is telling. Then he is telling to deers, all dears. When my Sita used to come, he used to just see you like this. Your eyes will be like that. Have you stolen my Sita? Huh? And then he's telling to the sun and moon. He used, so he says that generally what happens, the sun comes, then moon goes away. Not a discouragement for you can say, for living a married life, but it's a caution. It's a caution. Because life after life, one has given for this material sense enjoyment. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. This will never end unless you make a very serious plan for giving it up. Actually, this is true for every one of us. This will never end. ये endless है, चलने ही वाला है. It's not that last life I did not have wife or last to last life. No, I may not be in human form. I may be in other form, but wife was there always. Yes, very difficult. But so therefore there is no rasa much, but because of हैबिट्स और कस्टमरी और जैसे कस्टम हो जाता है ना, जीवात्मा कस्टम है. क्या कस्टम है? 4: ईटिंग, स्लीपिंग, मेटिंग, डिप. वो कस्टम से एंजॉय करता है, इसलिए कस्टम. ही हैज टू एंजॉय ओनली. मटेरियल बॉडी उसी का बना है. इट्स मेड लाइक दैट. Every life he comes again, puna puna charvita charvana nam. There is no much rasa, but still he is thrown into that pool of suffering actually, and he considered it's an enjoyment actually. So it's nothing but manasijam. It's a great responsibility to accept a wife and live with a wife nowadays. So therefore people don't nowadays it's very difficult to understand the married life. People earlier used to marry. Why? Putravati bharya. Bharya for putra. Now they're married but no child. Then why they're marrying? पुत्रार्थे क्रियते भार्या. पुत्र करना है तो भार्या लो. आजकल देखो, एक बच्चा, दो बच्चा. 2 बच्चा भी बहुत है, एक बच्चा. और उससे भी क्वेश्चन पूछते, प्रभु जी जनसंख्या क्यों बढ़ रहा है? तो तुमको क्या चिंता है जनसंख्या बढ़ने का? So people are asking like that. So one child. But according to Vedic custom, one child is also called bajhin, means barren lady. So they marry at the later stage, later age, like 35. If somebody is marrying, so then very difficult. They produce only one child, and then the problem of sibling. Like one girl in our congregation, she came and so she told me, Prabhuji, what? My father does not play with me. You should play with your friends. All my friends are asat sangi. Big devotee. And then she said that, but I have no sibling, Prabhuji. I have no sibling. So children actually, see, children cannot always look for friends outside the home. They should have friends inside home. Correct? Therefore they fight. Hey, that is important actually. Because how long you will find friends outside? Correct? Because so then brothers, sisters are there, na? Then what happens? There is see, you learn everything. How to treat my brother. See, now if you have your grown-up brothers and sisters, now you must be understanding how to deal with her or him. Correct? So that is a culture. That is a culture. So when we have brothers and sisters, we start dealing. Because if you have too much broken your relationship with a brother and sister in your childhood, now you must be realizing, अरे कितना मैंने गड़बड़ किया, है ना? ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था. I could have nicely dealt. क्योंकि जो हम बचपन में करते हुए बाद में भी याद आता है. Correct? A relationship is like that. So treating brothers and sisters nicely, learning the values, how to deal with my brother and sister, and feeling gratitude that how he or she has helped me in growth, in my education, in learning so many things. So this is the thing. Siblings are so important actually. Otherwise, person is just eaten up by mind. Because our senses require relationship, some exchange required. And father and mother cannot handle children because they are seniors, na? Children, they want equal age friendship. Correct? Now, father will say that I will play with you. That is not how can child play with a father? How long? Yes? After he grows to 9-10 age, he wants his friends to play with. And for friend, if you go always outside, so then you may find some kachada also. Because outside people are also not very good. So therefore, one should have brothers and sisters. Now this also need to be taught nowadays. ऐसा हो गया है, हालत खराब हो गई. So this is another thing to religious life actually. It does not mean now if somebody is marrying, so at least here Prabhupada says one should be faithful husband. One should be faithful husband. अभी मैरी करने के बाद ये वाला कोई अगर फॉलो करेगा ऊपर वाला तो गड़बड़ है. माइंड में रहना चाहिए लेकिन one should follow the religious life very nicely. Faithful husband, giving protection, other things. Okay, this is the one part. So this is how it comes. Okay. Okay, so I will go fast forward. So Dasera generally is celebrated outside in many ways. The inspiration of people to celebrate Dasera are some cultural inspiration, some you can say social inspiration. Society में मना रहे हैं, करना है. Some historical. Lord Ramachandra was a Raghupati, so therefore some knowledge is there. So we should obey, we should offer obeisances. And then philosophical, and then spiritual and devotional. So for us, why we want to celebrate Dasera or any such festival? Because we want to arouse devotion in our heart for that Lord Ramachandra. Because his activities are so nourishing. He is teaching us how to be an ideal king, how to be an ideal leader, how to be ideal brother, husband. In everything you find ideal, you learn from Lord Ramachandra activity. Srila Prabhupada also established Lord Ramachandra deity in Washington, DC, and in India also Juhu, and many other places also. So Prabhupada says that because these places we need ideal king or leader. And so who is that? Lord Ramachandra. So Washington DC, he established Lord Ramachandra deity because he said so many politicians are there, but they are not ideal. So they should learn from Lord Ramachandra. Because how he ruled his kingdom. So Lord Ramachandra, if you read or if you hear some very nice devotees have spoken about it, it is a very, very sensitive, highly sensitive personality. He was not after result. He was after values. How to deal with a person. Like I will just give one example. When this Ramayan, fight of Ramayan, it went for 7 days. Ek hafta chala. So in that, the last day Ravana comes to fight. 6 days other people were fighting. So then till last day, there was no chariot with Lord Ramachandra. He was just fighting on his foot. So you can imagine, कैसे लोग है बाबा, ऊपर के देवता. Last day Indra sent his chariot. So why he sent on the last day? Because he was fearful. He was still having doubt whether if Lord Ram is killed by Ravana, and Ravana comes to know who has sent the chariot, Indra, then मेरी तो खटिया खड़ी कर देगा वो. इसलिए 6 दिन तक भेजा ही नहीं उसने. देखो देवता लोग कितने मीन माइंडेड है एक्चुअली. लास्ट डे भेजा क्योंकि लास्ट डे सब मर गए थे, कुंभकर्ण गया, अब मेघनाथ सब निकल गए थे, अब रावण बचा था. तो he got some hope Lord Ram can kill. Then last day he sent. And then the Matali was a chariot driver of Indra. So that chariot has 1,000 green horses, celestial chariot with the weapons, everything, and then chariot driver. The Lord Ramchandra says, you Matali, you just take me directly in front of Ravana, so that I can nicely see him and combat with him. And then Lord Ramchandra thinks that no, because you are expert driver, you are Indra's driver, so why I am speaking all these things to you? You know better than me. Please forgive me. Lord Ramchandra is saying. And Matali becomes very much impressed. He says, none of the people till date has spoken like that to me. I'm a driver. Generally, driver ko, hey, chal, idhar leke chal, hey, chal, udhar le. Bhagwan naam bolte hai, sorry, I have spoken this thing. Please forgive. You know better than me. Please take it. Don't feel offended. Amazing thing, Lord Ram. Not only that, when Lakshman was just like when Ravana, he throws the javelin. Actually, he was wanting to kill Bibhishan. He threw on Bibhishan, but Lakshman came in between. And then Lakshman got that javelin. And then he fell down. So that Sakti Shula weapon was there. So it had benediction that to anyone it hits, it will not miss the target and the person will be harmed surely. So then Lakshman totally goes into faint. He gets fainted, about to die. Then Lord Ram just fighting somewhere, he comes running first. So first he drives away the Ravana by shooting. पूरा मार मार के उसको भगा दिया. तो रावण चला गया दूर तक. And then Lord Ram is crying like anything. He's saying, I will not fight this war. You have gone. What I will speak to Mother Sumitra? क्या सुमंत क्या नाम है? सुमित्रा. सुमित्रा को क्या बोलूंगा मैं? That I brought you with me to jungle. You are not destined to come. You came, then I should give protection, na? A mother, what mother will say? अरे तुम तो बनवास गए, मेरे बेटे को मार के ले गए. Already, Lord Ramchandra in that tension, ki Sita already stolen. Lakshman also killed. Then who is remaining? Myself. So then he is thinking. He's saying, how can I speak to Mother Sumitra that Lakshman is not there now? I cannot fight this war. I don't need Sita. My dear brother, I cannot live without you. ऐसा करके रोने लगे. Too much emotion. It was amazing. Therefore, करुणा रस. भगवान एकदम दिखाते हैं, मतलब कोई भी रहेगा ना सोचे यार ये you start weeping and crying. Not only that, many other pastime when Lord Ram becomes discouraged, whether we'll be able to go and to Lanka and fight Ravana, possible है क्या, कर सकते हैं क्या? Sugriva is to give him counsel. Don't worry, don't worry. Who is the Lord Ramchandra? You can understand. So therefore, Hanuman is also confused. भगवान के साथ लीला करना आसान नहीं रहता है. ऐसे कई बोलते हैं ना, गौरांग को भी बोलते हैं, महाराज के साथ सेवा करना आसान नहीं रहता. बड़े बड़े लोग के साथ, इवन राधे शंभू के साथ भी सेवा करना आसान नहीं रहता है. बड़े बड़े लोगों के साथ सेवा करना आसान नहीं रहता है. क्योंकि क्या होता है, उनके डिसीजन बदलते रहते हैं. अभी कभी मोह, अभी आपको लगेगा कि मोह में गए कि किस में गए, पता नहीं बाबा. और रेस्पेक्ट करो. कभी गुस्सा हो जाएंगे, कभी मोह में चले. वो मोह कौन सा ट्रांसेंडेंटल मोह है, you cannot judge like that. They are surely great personalities. You have to just be like servant. So like that. So yes, so festivals should be celebrated basically for spiritual and devotional nourishment. So Dasahara means Dasahara. 10 kind of sins are stolen or killed or vanquished on this day. So we'll learn about it. जितना समय आगे बस. तो देखो रावण, who is a Ravan? Now we will do some postmortem. क्योंकि तो मर गया ना. He died already. Actually, he has not died. I said in one lecture, we are all also mini Ravana because Ravana is there in our hearts. Not easy to kill him. So Ravana father was Vishashrava. Vishrava, he was a father. Actually, he comes in the Pulastha Muni lineage. Vishrava. So actually, the Sumali was the father of Kaikasi. Kaikasi is the mother of Ravana. So Sumali, he was defeating all the devatas and all human beings. So he was a Rakshasa during his time and very, very powerful. So then he thought that actually I should have one son in my lineage who should have power of sages also. Not only as a Rakshasa, but some Brahmanical power, some Vedic understanding. So therefore, he sent his daughter that you go and find out a rishi who can give you a child. And then she goes to the Vishrava. And because he approaches at the wrong time, and rishi says, you have come on the wrong time, so I bless you that you will have a child, but that child will be very terrible child. He will cause the suffering to the whole world. All world will cry because of his presence. So she got very feared. Even though she was Rakshasi, this mother did not want such child. है ना, mother क्यों चाहेगी कि सब, तो उसके भी heart था. So she said, no, please help me, please forgive me. So then he said कि you will have another son who will be devotee or he will be a religious person. So that is the Vibhishan. So Ravana, from beginning only, it was predicted that वो ऐसा बेटा होगा कि सबको रुलाएगा. So Ravan means one who मेक्स अदर वीप, रोदती। रावण मतलब जो दूसरों को रुलाता है उसको रावण बोलते हैं। तो तो जो दूसरों को रुलाता है अपने अत्याचारों से, अपने व्यवहार से, उसको रावण बोलते हैं। सो रावण वॉज बॉर्न विद 10 हेड्स, बिगिनिंग ओनली, एंड व्हेन ही केम हिज आईज वर लाइक ब्लड शॉट, रेड, पूरा जैसे जन्म लिया, एंड ही वॉज एंग्री। So like such asuras, when they are born, the Prabhupada says the comets start falling down, earthquake starts happening, the oceans start boiling because of such birth of such asuras. Prabhupada says even in today's time, if such things are happening, like you see Puri में थोड़ा आया था ना अभी तूफान, ये सब क्या है, कोई असुर पैदा हो रहा है। ऐसा मत समझो कि वैसे ही हो रहा है, कोई असुर पैदा हो रहा है तभी ये हो रहा है, कोई बड़ा साइंटिस्ट आ रहा है। कल को कुछ तो करेगा वो। तो ये सब ऐसे नहीं होता है, कोई बड़ा असुर पैदा हो रहा है, इसलिए ये सब चीजें होता है। टर्मोइल्स होते हैं, अर्थक्विक्स होते हैं। अभी जापान में अर्थक्विक आ गया, इसका मतलब क्या है, कोई तो नया असुर आया है उधर। तो ये जन्म लेते लेते भी मारते हैं लोगों को, और जन्म जीते जीते भी मारते हैं, और मरते मरते भी मार देते हैं। इनका काम वही है। So therefore this Ravana was born, and it was full envy, all Ravana is a personification of lust, anger and greed. तीनों जो भगवान बोलते हैं कि ये तीनों से you will go to the hell, Ravana was a personification of that. Anybody who associates with him, he will go to hell 100%. So Ravana, but you should not misunderstand the qualification of Ravana. He was Chaturvedi, not one Vedi, Chaturvedi. Because he was born from a Brahmana Rishi, he was Chaturvedi, and all his 10 heads having different intelligence. One was expert in playing वीणा, मतलब अच्छे अच्छे गाने में, वीणा प्ले करने में, स्ट्रेटजी बनाने में, हर एक उसका सर प्रॉपर था। मतलब he was highly qualified, very handsome. Very, very handsome. What they show in the TV, that is not the Ravana. Very, very handsome. He was Brahmana actually. Because Brahmana, you know, even he has written Ravana Samhita also. He has written. He has written a book on medical science. Ravana. So don't misunderstand his potency. He was a very great person. Therefore, when Hanumanji sees Ravana, when he goes to the Asok Vatika, and then he searches out and finds Ravana, this is Ravana, such a handsome, such a qualified person. If he could have been devotee, kitna acha hota. Yeah, Ravana was like that. Highly qualified person, Ravana. So therefore, because you know Jai Vijay hai, so koi ordinary vyakti nahi hai Ravana. So highly qualified person, Ravana. So when he was stealing Sita, all his 9 heads were telling, don't do. Only his own head, he was telling, you can do it. So he did not listen to 9 heads, he listened to his own head that time. So the only problem with him, he had lot of knowledge, but he did not follow that knowledge. Ravana has given many counseling, कैसे करना है, कैसे लड़ाई करना है, सब अच्छे अच्छे क्लासेस दिए रावण ने भी, लेकिन इसने खुद नहीं फॉलो किया. So it means what happens when lust overpowers a person, even though he is very intelligent also, he becomes totally fool, number one. This is the power of lust actually. It cannot be underestimated. It's like that only. इसलिए भगवान बोलते हैं ना, दैवी ऐसा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया. ऐसा नहीं बोलते कोई ज्ञानी मेरी माया को पार कर देगा. नहीं, ये तो अपि कौन्तेय पुरस्सच्च विपश्चितः इंद्रियाणि प्रमथानि हरन्ति प्रसवम मनः. मीन्स इवन ग्रेटेस्ट ज्ञानी आल्सो विपश्चितः, उसको भी मन खींच के लेके जाता है, इंद्रियां खींच के लेके जाती है. क्यों? बिकॉज माया इतना पावरफुल है. देयर इज नो लॉजिक. इफ देयर इज लॉजिक, इंटेलिजेंस कैन डिफीट. करेक्ट? दैट्स, अगर नॉलेज डिफीट कर सकता है तो लॉजिक से डिफीट कर सकता है. माया का कोई लॉजिक नहीं है. आप किस बेसिस पे डिफीट करोगे? यू कैन नॉट डिफीट. ओनली लॉजिक में ही नहीं है ना वो, बिकॉज अट्रैक्शन लॉजिक में ही नहीं है. आउट ऑफ कोर्स है वो. हम फेल होने वाले हैं. वो नहीं कर पाओगे, बहुत मुश्किल है. Therefore, you may sometimes ask, surrender is also without logic in one sense. Surrender also, all the time surrender. अरे ठीक है, एक बार तकलीफ हो तो surrender कर सकता हूँ. All the time surrender, all the time surrender, because it's our nature. But we have forgotten that, so therefore it becomes illogical. हर एक चीज के लिए surrender चाहिए, हर एक चीज के लिए चाहिए क्या? ये नहीं कर सकते, ये भी नहीं कर सकते, because it's our nature to surrender. So therefore it's also look like ऐसा कैसे हो रहा है? सरेंडर भी लॉजिकल होना चाहिए. नहीं, जब भी प्रॉब्लम आए, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Sometimes we think why it is required. No, even though you feel or not feel, this is only going to save. Like patient cannot know that medicine will cure me or not. He has to hear from doctor, and he has to take the medicine, and medicine will act. This is the thing. So Maya we cannot defeat through our intelligence, through our all preparations. We have to take shelter of Krishna. And we have to understand that Maya is very formidable. And so the Ravana is fully exhibiting the power of Maya. That how when he is having so much intelligence, so much power, Ravana got so much power because of his control of mind and senses. Yes? He controlled for 10,000 years. He did tapasya. और हर साल अपना एक गला काट, हर 1,000 years he used to cut his head and put into the fire. When last head was remaining, then Brahma came and gave him benediction. So he got all such benediction because of control of mind and senses, and he lost his life itself and his kingdom, everything, because of uncontrolled ajitendriya. Same control of mind and senses gave him so much power, so much knowledge, everything, and same thing when he mismanaged, meddled with, lost. So it's mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto. Lord Sri Krishna says to the kings who were captured by Jarasandha. Jarasandha captured 20,800 kings. Kings, not soldiers, kings. और उनको उसने डंजन में डाल दिया था, खाने पीने को भी नहीं देता था, धूप भी नहीं लगती थी उनको, इतना बुरा, मतलब जैसे कंसंट्रेशन कैंप की तरह कर दिया था. So then they somehow rescued by Lord Sri Krishna. And then Lord Sri Krishna says that actually those who lose the control on mind and senses, they cannot understand me actually. They cannot understand Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he says that those who can control mind and senses, they can understand me. Because if we control means what? We can fix somewhere. Without control, we cannot fix. And fixing on the Supreme Personality of God. So Ravana, so therefore, Trividam narkasedam dwaram nasnam atmana. Kama krodhas tatha lobhas tasmadeta trayatvajet. So we know this. These are three gates to hell. Lag. L-A-G. Lust, anger, greed. So these are all. So Kamanuja. Kamanuja कौन है? Anger. काम का छोटा भाई. काम का बड़ा भाई कौन है? काम अग्रजा. ग्रीड है. लोभ है. काम जब ज्यादा हो जाता है तो ग्रीड हो जाता है, काम नहीं होता तो छोटा बन जाता है वो, तो वो एंगर हो जाता है. कामानुजा बोलते हैं उसको. तो दोनों है, काम बीच में है, उसके दो भाई को लेके आता है वो साथ में. ये तीनों के साथ डील करना पड़ता है. सेटिस्फाई किया तो ये बन जाएगा, नहीं किया तो ये बन जाएगा, फिर करना क्या है उसको. वेरी डिफिकल्ट. कामानुजा. सो इट्स लाइक दैट. So Ravana in his character very expertly personified these three things: lust, anger, and greed. So we know this sloka, that how. So this verse is fully applicable on the Ravana. How Ravana started first contemplating on wrong thing, because of which he developed attachment, and then lust awakened. So lust, somebody can say, I don't have lust, I'm not feeling any attraction. No, lust is like a sleeping dog. You go to some rich person's house, their dog is there, and you may think I can nicely enter. What happens? Immediately dog, he wakes up, and then wow, 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 and then you come to naughty dog hai kya idhar, and then you steps back. You step back, and then you call for the Malik. Correct? So lust is like that. Lust is sleeping. When some object of senses comes in front, immediately khada ho jata hai wo. तो हमको लगता है कि हमारे में लस्ट नहीं है या कम है, ऐसा नहीं है, ये धीरे धीरे जगता है. इट्स देयर ऑलरेडी, लाइक अजामिला, प्योर ब्राह्मण. इफ यू रीड द 6th कैंटो, नो, उसमें कुछ गलती दिखता ही नहीं है. 6th कैंटो में लिखा है पूरा फॉल्स ईगो से मुक्त था, इंटेलिजेंस परफेक्ट था, यू आर डूइंग नाइस ड्यूटीज, एवरीथिंग लुक्स लाइक प्योर डिवोटी ओनली. And when he saw the Sudrani and Sudra embracing, that वो कुत्ता जाग गया अंदर से, जो सोया हुआ था जाग गया. And then he got up and then he just devoured him. His mind was totally captivated, attracted. So that happens actually. So lust not fulfilled goes to anger. If fulfilled, then it goes to illusion. Illusion जाएगा वो, ठीक है? या एंगर से भी illusion आएगा. And then bewilderment of memory and intelligence lost. So what is the harm in memory bewilderment? You will not remember, because intelligence can only stop us or guide us when it has certain facts to tell us. But memory चला गया तो उसे याद ही नहीं आएगा facts. तो facts याद नहीं आएगा तो पहले memory उड़ा देता है. इंटेलिजेंस जैसे होता है ना, वायरस क्या क्या उड़ाता है, पहले एक एक करके चीजें फाइल को उड़ाता है. अगर आपका विंडो फाइल उसने उड़ा दिया जो कि इंपॉर्टेंट वाला है, तो आपको फॉर्मेट ही करना पड़ेगा, और कोई तरीका नहीं. आप कोई भी एंटीवायरस लगा के देखो, वो नहीं आने वाला. करेक्ट. वायरस तब तक आपके लैपटॉप में चलता है जब तक वो बाकी छोटे छोटे फाइल के साथ खेल रहा है. एक बार उसने मेन विंडो फाइल पकड़ ली, W32 वाला, अंदर वाला विंडो 32 जो आता है, उसके अंदर का अगर फाइल उसने पकड़ लिया, तो फिर उसके साथ वो एक बार डिसरप्चर कर दिया उसने, तो उस फाइल को कोई भी एंटीवायरस आज तक बना नहीं है, भले कितनी सारी कंपनियां चल रही हैं. Yeah, this is another question to be. So many companies are running, but they have not made a perfect antivirus which can save a computer from virus. Because as much viruses are going ahead, antivirus भी बन रहा है. ये आगे जा रहा है, ये पीछे आ रहा है, ये ऐसे हो रहा है, ये आगे जा रहा है, पीछे आ रहा है. तो ये पीछे, ये कामानुज है, ये वायरस का अनुज है, पीछे पीछे आ रहा है. ये आगे जाके तो कुछ करेगा, आगे कभी जा ही नहीं पाता है. Antivirus always behind only. And many of us have experience, after virus enters, we have no other resort then खत्म करो, फॉर्मेट मारो इसको, ऐसा हो जाता है. so therefore its lust is also like that, intelligence is lost. So इसका भी कोई एंटीवायरस नहीं है एक्चुअली. जब इस स्टेज तक पहुंच जाता है ना, मेमोरी उड़ाने तक और इंटेलिजेंस उड़ाने तक, फिर इसका कुछ मुश्किल हो जाता है इसको क्योर कर पाना. फिर वो व्यक्ति गलती कर देता है, ही डज मिस्टेक, एंड देन उसको मिस्टेक करने के बाद फिर उसको दिमाग आता है कि मैंने गलती कर दिया यार. ये यहाँ तक कोई चला जाता है इंटेलिजेंस लॉस तक, उसके बाद वो गलती कर देता है, और फिर गलती करने के बाद फिर उसको थोड़ा दिमाग आता है यार गलती कर दिया, फिर उसको रिपेंट करना पड़ता है. देन स्टार्ट रिपेंटिंग. So therefore, if somebody wants to deal with it, lust, so very important that one should use the intelligence at every walk of life, and kill the lust at the beginning only. Contemplation, attachment, इधर ही थोड़ा काटना पड़ता है इसको. Lust means I want. When this desire start बहुत बार आने लगता है, मेरे को चाहिए, मुझे चाहिए, ये डेंजर स्टेज है. उससे पहले वाला क्या है कि अटैचमेंट मतलब लस्ट मतलब चालू हो जाता है, वो आवाज चाहिए ऐसा. तो उस आवाज तक नहीं, उसी में बहुत, उससे पहले ही काटना है उसको. और उससे पहले एक कंटेम्पलेशन इज ओके, कंटेम्पलेशन इज हैपनिंग, दैट इज आल्सो नॉट ओके, मींस इट्स अ बिगिनिंग. अटैचमेंट मींस ऑल द टाइम कंटेम्पलेशन इज हैपनिंग, ऑल द टाइम, नॉट 1 टाइम 2 टाइम 3, मतलब बहुत बार कंटेम्पलेशन हो रहा है. और लस्ट मींस it comes into some want. So then that should not come actually, because that is the time the lust becomes awakens, and it becomes very dangerous actually. यहाँ के बाद फिर वो illusion, anger ये सब आने लगता है आगे. So one has to bring out the spiritual intelligence and finish this. यहीं पे उसे कुचलना पड़ता है. See, every one of us go through such situations in our life. It happens. Somebody has attachment to money, somebody attachment to women, somebody attachment to eating something, somebody attachment to some living opulent life. जैसे किसी को अटैचमेंट होता है ऑपुलेंट लाइफ का, तो उसको घर मिल गया ना, घर को भरना है मुझे, क्या लेके आओ, अलमीरा लेके आओ, ये लेके आओ, वो ले, अटैचमेंट है उसका, खर्चा करना है, लाना है सब कुछ. सो अटैचमेंट है, तो धीरे धीरे आई वांट ऐसे उसको अंदर बोलता रहता है उसका. So these things are there actually. Okay, time has gone ahead. So in future कभी देखेंगे, आपको बस पिक्चर दिखा देता हूँ इधर का, ठीक है. So there are 10 sins ना, these are there, these are 10 sins. अदत्तानाम उपादानाम हिंसा चैवा विधानतः. So 3 sins by body. What are the 3 sins of the body? So adattanam upadanam means taking away the property of others. पहला. चैव हिंसा करना अविधानता, लीगल हिंसा नहीं, इलीगल हिंसा. देयर आल्सो लीगल हिंसा मीन्स लिटिल हिंसा वी आल्सो डू, है ना, बट मोर देन दैट इलीगल हिंसा, जैसे किसी की वाइफ को चुरा लेना, है, ये भी एक हिंसा हो गया. किसी को मार देना ऐसे ही, किसी को ऐसे कुछ भी बोल देना, तो इलीगल, दैट इज नॉट अलाउड. एंड देन परदारोपसेवा, दूसरों की पत्नी चुरा लेना, तो ये हो गया. तो ये किस में आता है? 3 sins of body. This comes in स्कंद पुराण. Then 4 sins by speech, harsh speech, पारुष्यम, अनृतम, झूठा बोलना, पैशून्यम, speaking behind back, असंबंध प्रलापश्च means प्रजल्पा, gossiping, फिजूल की बातें करना, उल्टी सीधी बातें. Then 3 sins by mind, always thinking about, so पर द्रव्येस्व अभी ध्यानम, दूसरों के चीजों पे हमेशा फोकस रखें. इसके पास क्या है, इसके पास क्या है, इसके पास क्या है, दूसरों के चीजों को. थिंकिंग अबाउट अदर्स प्रॉपर्टीज, एंजॉयमेंट, उसकी नई कार आया उसके पास, उसका नया घर आया, तो ये सीन्स ऑफ माइंड है.
Seeing others' faults also.
Faults also, yeah. Faults with the if attitude is there to see faults ना, अगर कहीं दिखता है तो आप उसको आंख नहीं बंद कर सकते, but you have to understand whether I am a person to correct him or not. And secondly, you can understand, okay, if I am not able to correct, so then I can see in a positive way, or I can ignore it. But nobody can stop seeing fault. Nobody, Tom, Dick, Harry. जब तक वो उन्माद में ना हो, प्रेमोन्माद में, वो दिखता ही नहीं है कुछ उसको. प्रभु जी क्या है, आप उठे क्यों नहीं? मैं तो माला ऑलरेडी मंगल आरती में हूँ. वो उन्माद में है बाबा. वो तो हम में से कौन उन्माद में? कोई नहीं है. तो फॉल्ट तो दिखेगा ही दिखेगा, क्योंकि आंखें दी है भगवान ने, नियम बताया क्या गलत है क्या सही है, तो दिखेगा ही आपको. So then how to correct? If I am not able to correct, so I can tell somebody else, or that fault I can overlook. It is said in a NOI 6th verse, it's said to overlook the faults in the pure devotees. Material faults are also there in pure devotees, they're bodily faults, so you have to overlook that. So that is said. Okay, then next is always thinking bad about, manasa anishtha chintanam, anisht karna दूसरों का. And then vitathabhinivesascha manasam, means living in a dreaming world. कल इतना पैसा होगा, कल उतना होगा, कल इतना ऐसे एंजॉय, तो हमेशा ड्रीमिंग वर्ल्ड में रहता है. तो वो भी एक मन का सिन है. तो ये 10 तरह के जो सिन्स हैं, ये रावण दर्शाता है एक्चुअली, कि उसने बॉडी, माइंड एंड वर्ड्स, इन सब से उसने ऐसे कार्य किए. एंड सो देयरफॉर दशहरा मीन्स टू बिकम फ्री फ्रॉम दिस 10 सिन्स. एंड द सॉल्यूशन इज व्हाट at end? Solution is our bhakti process also, bhakti process only. Lord Ramchandra killed Ravana with bow and arrow. That was the weapon Lord Ramchandra used. What is the weapon used by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Sango Pangasta Astra Parsadam. So his association with all this Panchatattva, they have come to cure the disease of all the people of this age of Kali. Ravana is there. So the solution is to chant the holy name in association of devotees, relish the bhakti process. That way the Ravana will be killed. We cannot kill through arrows. That is not, because Parsuram brought Parsa and Lord Krishna brought his Sudarshan Chakra. And Vamandev, what he brought? Vamandev simply came for his, like a Varahadev. Varahadev he killed the demon with his hands, his power. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought holy name. So there is a Yug Dharma. So through this Yug Dharma, we can kill this Ravana actually. So as we are already practicing, But when we hear the different details, किस तरीके से वो करते हैं, तो then we become more inspired to do that. ठीक है?
We should chant more rounds.
Yes, we should chant more rounds. We should pray to Lord Ramachandra. That this is not a one-day activity. It's a continuous dedication and commitment of sadhaka. uh. Basically, killing of Ravana means one has to have love for Krishna, love for Guru, love for Krishna. Atma Indriya Priti Vancha Tare Bale Kam. Krishna Indriya Priti Vancha Dhare Prem Nam. So Ravana wanted to satisfy his own senses. He separated Sita therefore. I will enjoy Sita. Why you are enjoying Sita? I will enjoy Sita. And Hanuman wanted to unite Sita and Ram. So we have mentality of Ravana and we have mentality of Hanuman also, both. Eh? So now we have to increase the mentality of Hanuman more and more, more and more, so that this Ravana mentality will come, finish. Why we are here? Because we have desired separate enjoyment from the Lord. So therefore we are here. So our whole existence is because of that. Material world is centered around sex life. The basic fundamental principle in material world is sex life. So that is the greatest envy towards Lord. So one has to give up that desire to enjoy separate from the Lord and try to awaken love for the Lord, which is very difficult for conditioned soul who thinks that he is a body, he has so many things to do in this world, he has so much big entourage, he has so big ambition in the world. So therefore, through bhakti knowledge, we understand that everything is Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Even somebody is liking something also, that is also Vasudeva only. So we have to see that Vasudeva is there in that object also. There is a Vasudeva. So basically, our love is for Vasudeva, not for the object of this world. But we are continuously forgetting, and so Acharyas they remind us again and again. What you are loving is nothing but Vasudeva only. But you are seeing the external Maya of Vasudeva coming in front of Vasudeva, and you are trying to love that Maya. That is not the object of your love. Your real love is Vasudeva. But we can only attain that Vasudeva when we give up this selfish understanding, trying to lord it over. Then Vasudeva will come in front and he will can have a loving reciprocation. So that is a homework from our side. Even though we love something, we like something, we should understand I have to see the Vasudeva in that. How to see the Vasudeva, how to see connect this thing as a property of Vasudeva. I don't want to enjoy. Even though the desire is there, no, give up that desire through knowledge. Asanga sastena didena chitva. Finish off. Even though attachment is there, finish off. Because Vasudeva, we are loving Vasudeva only. But because of misidentification with body and the world, perverted desires, these are forcing us again and again to enjoy. इसलिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आचार्यवाणी आचार्य आचार्यवान पुरुषो वेदा one who is in the direction guided by acharya he can cross this material world. It's not easy to cross. One can only cross it when he's guided. He's always remembering the acharya one. Very fanatic he has to become because the senses are quite dynamic. अभी किसी को लगा मेरे को इस अटैचमेंट नहीं, अरे हम ऊपर जाएंगे स्वर्ग में देखेंगे अरे ये तो मिला ही नहीं था मेरे को नीचे, यहाँ पे अच्छा एंजॉयमेंट है, उधर फंस गए तो कितना हाई सेंस कंट्रोल होना चाहिए. अब यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड, करेक्ट? इट्स नॉट इजी, नॉट इजी. But as Aisha was saying this time in our camp, the living entity has so much vulnerability. When he sees some beautiful woman, he feels attracted. When he finds some opulent prasad, he feels attracted. He sees some very big car, he feels attracted. Big home, attraction आ जाता है. That's natural. Natural for a conditioned living entity. And for a liberated living entities, to come. So this is a struggling phase for all of us. And Ravana will always करेगा वो तांडव. इसलिए हमारा दशहरा हर दिन होता है। हम लोग दशहरा हर दिन मनाना चाहिए। रावण को मारो बाबा, नहीं तो हमको मारेगा वो। So we have to kill Ravana every now and then. It's not that I wrote one thing. Ravana cannot be killed by fires and crackers. People, मारो उसको, मारो मारो उसको, मारो, अरे वो उधर जल जाएगा, लेकिन आपके हार्ट में नहीं चला वो अभी वो आ जाएगा दोबारा। उसका जैसे सर काट के भगवान राम उसका सर निकाले दोबारा आता था, दोबारा आता, ऐसे बार बार आ रहा है, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट द वे टू किल हिम। द वे इज नॉट, इफ यू जस्ट उसका रूट पे आक्रमण करना पड़ेगा। जैसे राम जी ने रावण के नेवल पे मारा, उसका अमृत खींचा, मर गया रावण। सो इफ यू जस्ट कट द, जैसे देयर इज अ प्लांट कमिंग अप, वीड्स, इफ यू जस्ट कट द अपर पार्ट, अगेन इट विल कम अप। So lust is like that. You have to attack it on the root. So root attacking will be done by constant surrender, constant taking shelter of the Lord through His message, surrender. तो वो रूट पे जाता है, एकदम घाट मारता है उसको, तब वो कटता है। राम दशहरा मना के थोड़ी मरने वाला है वो।
तो रूट कॉज क्या है लस्ट?
Yeah, root cause is this only, enjoying mentality, lording it over, वही रूट कॉज है। तो वो सरेंडर में ही निकलता है ना। जब हम सरेंडर करते हैं, हम सबको पता है हमारी बीमारी क्या है। एटलीस्ट टू सम एक्सटेंट वी नो इट, व्हाट इज आवर रूट ऑफ डिजीज, व्हाट इज द रूट ऑफ डिजीज, एंजॉइंग मेंटलिटी, करेक्ट, एंजॉइंग मेंटलिटी। सो दैट इज द रूट। वो जब तक नहीं हटेगा ना, वो रावण मरेगा नहीं, दोबारा आ जाएगा वो, क्योंकि उसका अभी भी रूट है प्लांट का। सो देन द नरिशमेंट विल कम फ्रॉम दैट। सो रावण का हेड गया है, बट नरिशमेंट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द नेवल, अगेन इट कम्स बैक, अगेन इट कम्स बैक। How long? Till the time you shoot an arrow and finishes the juice of enjoyment. वो खत्म हो गया तो रावण मर जाएगा, वो नहीं खत्म हुआ तो रावण आता रहेगा वापस। तो यही है। So it's a practice. We are all sadhaka. Once we come to the निष्ठा रुचि स्टेज आगे जाते हैं, तो वहाँ पे एकदम इजी हो जाता है खत्म करना ये सब चीज़ों को।
Practical ways to have this conscious that we are not enjoying.
हाँ, okay. So practical steps can be there. Always, one thing is one has to read